G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here, and before I start this video, I've got some very important news that you need to know. I have 6 shows left this year. That's right, 6, and then I'm done. I am going to Hamilton in New Zealand, Auckland in New Zealand, Wellington in New Zealand, and Perth, and Toowoomba, and the Sunshine Coast. Then I am done. They're on sale right now. Go and get them. If you've been watching this channel and you haven't seen me live, come and see me live. If you've seen me before, come and see me again. I love you. Right, on with the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud of my country, Australia. It's a beautiful part of the world. But recently there's a bit of a trend sweeping Australia, and it's got a lot of people going, hey, can you Australians calm the fuck down? The story starts here. A man climbs a giant stadium to the roof and then decides to relieve himself on the roof. Has a piss, does a wee, does a urination into the world. In fact, he pisses off the edge of the world. That is so high up, it is freaking me out just looking at it. And I know that toilets at sporting events are bullshit, but surely there's a better option than climbing what seems like 100 fucking meters tall and pissing into the wind. Like, why don't you just piss into a fucking bottle at your seat like a normal person? And thankfully, amazing journalists in Australia were able to track him down, right? These journalists are as good as the journalists at Butterfield, and they were able to track him down and get an exclusive interview. But on top of that, there is a trend happening at sporting events. And this is the trend that I want to talk about before we talk to the absolute legend that pissed off the roof. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by a great sponsor, the legends at Aston James. I am very pleased to announce our flagship partnership with Aston James Products, the world's first luxury men's skin and hair care brand to offer free trial kits delivered straight to your door. And all you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. A fun fact about Aston James Products was it was founded by the original influencer, the beautiful man, Fabio. These guys have the ultimate range of products for guys that includes vitamin-infused day creams, eye creams, night oils, exfoliators, mineral-infused facial mist, as well as luxury shampoos and conditioners. Very nice. All loaded with thickening compounds and organic extracts. Their 3 signature kits include Skin Perfection for the day, Night Performance for the night, and the hair and body kit that you can use around the clock. These premium luxury men's skin and hair products are also certified organic, cruelty-free, ethically sourced, and sustainably packaged. And if that's not enough, from every kit sold, these guys are going to donate $1 to the Black Dog Institute to support men's mental health. How good's that? These kits are usually exclusive just for Australian customers, but for the Buttsman's audience, we're going worldwide with these babies, so you can get them anywhere. Fabio himself has said he's given away $1 million worth of kits, but it's a limit to 3 per customer, so don't be bloody greedy. And if you order one of these free kits, you'll also go into the draw to win an Aston Martin DB11 worth $500,000 for the weekend. It's an absolutely amazing vehicle. So ladies and gentlemen, go and click the link below and support those who support us. And yes, I said ladies, get these for your man. Go and click the link and support the great people at Aston James. They make amazing products. What can I say? There is a trend in Australia right now of people jumping the fence at sporting events and running onto the ground. Streakers. The streakers have been around since the dawn of time. In fact, I think the first time in recorded history a streaker was seen was in the 14th century. That's when streaking really came into its own. It was during a jousting event. And this is actually the painting. If you zoom in the whole way, look! There's a man nude in the background with a big old 14th century dick. My point is, streaking is fun, hilarious, and wonderful. It's a part of sport, running onto the field and being an absolute nuisance. It's a wonderful pastime, sitting there watching the footy, the soccer, whatever, all right? And you see someone run onto the field, it's marvellous. As long as they don't try to attack one of the players or do something weird. I remember when I was a kid and I was at a Newcastle Knights game, and this absolute insane human, a guy called Peter Hoare, who was known as the serial pest. He always used to run on the field. He ran on race tracks all over the world. Anyway, he ran onto the field just before the start of the game and released cats. I recently saw that guy at an open mic night in Newcastle, 3 years ago? I saw him there. And then I saw him a year later on the streets playing guitar for money, so he's doing well. Anyway, streaking, running on the field, has made a comeback on TikTok. And I tell you who's pissed about this trend making a comeback, fucking security guards. They are filthy that videos like this exist. So the security guards are pretty mad. They're being taunted, they're being jaunted. They're mad because these people are running onto the field and treating them like they don't exist and they don't respect them, right? And then something else happened. Somebody ran on the field and took it too far. Attacked a security guard with his shoulder. This is the video. And warning, it's full on. So the security guards, they saw this. And you know what they did? They decided as a group that anyone who runs onto the field ever again gets absolutely fucking smashed by the security guards. But my absolute favourite is this lady. Oh my God, let's watch that again. Let's see the replay. Right, another angle, please. That is one of the biggest hits I've ever seen on a woman by a security guard. One off. But the players were all around. Have a look at this player's reaction to what he just witnessed. And remember, this guy is playing a contact sport and he sees this and goes, holy shit. Now, here's a question. I am a influencer, I got a blue tick. Should I be saying to the youth that this is okay, that this is funny? Who gives a fuck? I'll say what I fucking want, all right? It is quite funny. You're probably gonna get fined. Maybe you get banned from the sport for life or whatever, but it's pretty fucking funny. Holy shit balls, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it's all in good fun. No one's out there to hurt anyone. It's all just fucking around. But be warned, there are male Karens out there looking to put an end to this. I'm gonna name you Keith, you male Karen Keith motherfucker. Fuck you to the moon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the urinator, the man who pissed off the edge of the world.
Danny King wasn't happy with his seat at the footy, so he took it to another level. He climbed on the roof of the grandstand and then relieved himself in full view of a packed stadium.
Danny King, you are the king, mate. I don't know what you're like personally. You may be a wanker, you may be a legend, but that is the best piss that anyone's ever done. It's better than the moon landing. One small piss for man, one giant piss for mankind.
Today we asked him, what was he thinking?
If relieving yourself on top of a packed stadium roof is a bit below the belt, then check out Danny King's potty mouth.
Did you need rescuing?
I do love A Current Affair. It's a great show. As I said before, it's up there with BuzzFeed journalism. It's really, really good. Now, I will say this. It's not okay to piss in front of kids, so I hope that he didn't do that. I hope no kids saw his willy. I don't know if they did. I hope they didn't. It is uncouth to urinate in front of children. But in my opinion, as a comedian and a grown-ass man, if no kids saw his cock, then Danny King for Prime Minister.
Hey, honestly. Come, hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. Follow me with you.
Hey! Hey! That's Steve Marshall, one of my favourite reporters on this show, and he is a serial pest himself. He is a pain in the cock of people all over the world, and the vag, because he recently went to a grandmother's house, actually probably a great-grandmother, a very old lady whose husband had died and she'd since become a recluse, a bit of a hoarder, and he acted like this.
Graham, is this the entrance to the woman's house?
That's the entrance to the woman's house here. Yes.
Through that jungle?
Through that. Yep.
It looks like a garbage dump.
You don't know what's in there.
Yeah, how about you fuck off, Steve? You are certainly not on the top of the food chain when it comes to morality, you fucking twat.
It really was some feat. Danny King scaling the SCG to take her top pew in front of 50,000 footy fans on Saturday night.
So the pensioners that watch this show on a nightly basis, the Karens, the Keith, the old people, the fucking pains, the whingers, are probably watching this going, oh my God, that's disgusting, and their pacemakers are kicking in, and they're fucking, I don't know, their insulin's running out, who fucking knows. But honestly, how the fuck did that man get up there? I know it's like, you know, you probably shouldn't climb to the top of stadiums, but wow.
But King quickly went from hero to zero.
Hang on. That noise in the background, that groaning noise. That's a meme on TikTok. It's not actually someone groaning and moaning in the background. A current affair, you fucking dumb. Like, it's not like there's just a German person back there watching this guy piss going, oh yes, I love water sports. Or maybe there is, who knows? We are a channel that invites everyone from every part of the world.
When he urinated in front of the full house.
Danny King. Steve Marshall from A Current Affair, mate.
Oh, you know full well if Steve Marshall is on his way to interrupt your coffee, you have gone and fucked up, mate.
Is it Danny King or is it Piddler on the Roof? Hey, Danny, where you going?
Piddler on the Roof. Pretty sure he laughed at his own pun there. Good on you, Steve. A Current Affair are known for approaching people they're about to do a story on with terrible puns. If it's a bad butcher, you know, they'll say, oh, this guy won't cut it. Or if it's a bad plumber, they'll say, hey, don't bust a pipe on me. If it's a dodgy politician, they won't do a story on it. They just do stories on the most fucking meaningless people in the world. And they still purport themselves to be journalists. A Current Affair. I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fuck you to the moon.
Mate, can you explain to me what on earth you were thinking of, buddy? Of getting up on that roof? Danny? Have you got the runs, Danny? I thought it was number ones.
Is that dude from Fitness First? It's a gym here in Australia. Are they like running personal security now? Tough financial times. Well done to them, you know? Adapt and overcome. And also, can I add, it's not lost on me what he just said. Steve Marshall I'm talking about. He says as this bloke runs away, hey, you got the runs there, Danny? I thought it was number ones, referring to number ones being wee-wees, number twos, or the runs being poos. Steve Marshall, you're a
Do you think urinating on top of people is the way to go? They're there for a good night out.
I wasn't on top of anyone.
Pardon me?
I wasn't on top of anyone.
Well, you're on top of the roof. It's got to run somewhere. It wasn't a lavatory, was it?
He raises a good point here, Steve. He pissed on the roof, not on people. But maybe, Steve, you're worried about holes in the roof. Well, I'd like to think that a giant stadium like this that hosts massive sporting events would be able to shield people from the rain, let alone a bit of wee.
Mate, they're called lavatories or loos.
Cool, mate.
Toilets. Are you familiar with the term toilet?
Hard-hitting questions once again, Steve, you absolute pole smoker.
So, how did this King Kong manage to ascend the mighty SCG?
That is an amazing photo. Like, if that was me, I would have that blown up and put above my toilet. That's what I'd do.
So talk me through it. You climbed up it. You climbed... Hey.
You're not going to get anything out of it.
Well, King's a bodybuilder from Bondi and a personal trainer at a local gym.
What on earth were you doing, Danny boy?
Mate, you're going to get the fist in the face in a minute.
The fist in the face.
Hey, No, Danny, you can't get mad, mate. People are going to ask questions. You did piss on the roof after all. I do have a suggestion though. If you're ever chased by a current affair, I think the best way to handle it is just to repeatedly say the word cunt over and over again as many times as you can, and then they have to bleep out the entire footage. Like if Steve Marshall comes over to me and goes, "Oh, Butterfield, you're a piddler," and I just go, they can't use that footage.
Bulging biceps and punishing on the pull-ups.
Fucking why don't you suck him off, Steve?
How many beers did you have?
I forgot.
Huh? How many beers did you have that day? You must have had a skinful.
Why don't you just be honest here, Daddy, and say 1,000, Steve? I had 1,000 fucking beers.
And what about relieving yourself on the roof?
You guys got nothing better to
Well,
report.
I'm here on behalf of public safety, mate.
Hey, you are not here on behalf of the public safety. You do not represent the public, all right? Those puns do not represent me, all right? As a comedian, I am shocked and appalled by your puns. But you know what? I would like to know, because obviously Danny's had to relieve himself whilst on top of a roof. He may not have been able to get down. Maybe that's the whole story behind it. I want to know in the comment section, the worst place, or the best, no, probably the worst place you've ever had to go to the toilet, relieve yourself, it had to happen. I'll go first, all right? I was a younger man. I used to get a lot of migraine headaches, right? And I read online, I think that was stress induced because I was just stressed about being so fucking good looking. I read that apparently magnesium could really help. So what I decided to do was take magnesium as a supplement. Now, I don't know if you know this, but when people go for a colonoscopy or a camera up the arse, they need to vacate all the poop out of the old bowel. So what they do is they take a big dose of magnesium. It's this drink you have and it's fucking horrible and you shit the house down. Now, I took these magnesium supplements and they really, really helped my headaches. It was great. But one night when I was working at a pub in Newcastle, I wanted to go out that night. I was really excited about it, but I developed a really bad headache, a bit of a migraine, right? So what I decided to do was triple my dose of the magnesium, not knowing that what magnesium does is cause enormous diarrhea. So I get to the nightclub, I'm dancing the fucking night away and living the dream, being a fucking mad dog, cutting shapes on the D floor. Yeah, fucking not bad, right? They had to invoice me for the fucking carpet that I tore up. Anyway, so I'm in there and it hits me. It's one of those poos that they hit you that hard, you go, oh fuck, it's gonna happen now. So I go to the toilet, ready to just punish it, and it's locked. Someone's in there. There's only one toilet. So I go across the road to where there is a McDonald's. This is at King Street in Newcastle, if you've ever been there. There's a McDonald's there. I go to the toilet there. Someone's in that toilet, and in the other toilet, someone's crawled underneath and locked it. So I'm freaking the fuck out. So I head to the bushes, and I blow thy bushes down with the speed, the veracity of my atrocity, all right? I blow it apart, I rip me sock off and wipe my ass and head back in there to be the king of the people of the nightclub. Ladies and gentlemen, I shat in the bushes. So yeah, I got married the other week too. I'm fucking doing well. Point being, there's hope out there for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your horror story in the comment section down below. Be a good motherfucker, peace in the Middle East, me dick stinks, come and see me live, and these jumpers are still on sale, but if you're in New Zealand, come and see me in September. Be a good motherfucker, peace in the Middle East, suck me off, bye.